Alright guys, so today we're going to do carb and fuel lines on Husqvarna 150 BT backpack blower. I'm going to put in the description below the kit. Now there's everything comes that you need for this. There's only one slight difference. This one has a choke built in, to the oh yeah, you push down on it. Yeah, there we go. Choke built into the carburetor. You won't need to use this because yours has a choke lever, so it'll be there, but you won't even, it won't matter. You just won't even be using that. It's not a big deal. If you don't click on my link in the description and you want to order your own, you want to look for your own, just make sure that this little hole is that far away, because that's for the backpack blowers. If the little hole's up here closer to the hole, it's not going to line up on the backpack blower, and that's the vacuum line that runs your fuel pump that's built into your carburetor. So you need to make sure the hole is in that position. Easiest way though, just go in the link below, click on it. I'll put it in the description for you, and it'll be right there. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is take off the air filter assembly. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and like my video. Show me a little support if this helps you out in any way. Got the air filter. This metal plate. Oh yeah, look, this part comes right off and the metal plate falls out. Okay, there's two T27 Torx. We're going to take them out. I use Still tool. It's got the T27 torque rate built into it. It also has a spark plug socket on it. You'll find that most of your bolts are the T27 torque on this. So this will actually come in handy if you ever need to do recoil or anything like that. I'll put it in the description below as well, and you can click on that link. If I forget to, just remind me and I'll send you a link to it. It's no big deal, just message me. So take those two out. Okay, so somebody had been in this before. It's got no gasket. That's probably why it wasn't running. But, since he likes to work on his own stuff first, he's getting a brand new carburetor. Fuel lines and everything. Lucky him. Look, he's got the kill wire unplugged. Yeah. So there's supposed to be a gasket here. It has to have a gasket there. Without the gasket, it will not run properly. Alright, so we're going to go ahead. This comes up. You just pull that up, and this will pop. Oh, fuel lines come off easy too. This should just pop right off. It's not though, but it'll come right off. I just got to force the other side. There we go. Get that right off. You don't even need that. Don't even worry about it. Pull all the fuel lines off. Then it's partial throttle. Let's get it on idle here. There we go. So the cable's long. I'm just going to turn this in, and then you're going to try to get that cable out. Sometimes you got to use see, it comes out. Just got to see, and then you just lift it up and out. Boom. No big deal. That one over there. You just rehook this one back up the opposite way. Then you want to make sure. Oh, that came out. So now I got it in there. See that slack right there? This adjusts out. If you look at the old one, you'll see that it was adjusted out. So we're going to loosen that up, and then tighten the nut back against the surface to hold it in place, about like that, just until all the slack is taken out of that cable, like that. So now we're going to take off this fuel grommet. Take a flathead screwdriver in there, pop it underneath it, pry it up. Just like that. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and dump out all the old fuel, get rid of it, start off with fresh brand new fuel. Old fuel lines out of the grommets. Alright, and we cut a point in the fuel line. We're going to stick it in this smaller hole. Cut the point off of it. And we're going to take a fuel filter and put it on the long end, you know, the bottom side. The side on the bottom of the grommet. Leave that nice and long, this short. When you get it in there, you can pull this to the length that you need it. Line goes into the bigger hole. Cut it into a point. It only has to go through the bottom of, you know, an inch. It's just a return line. You can leave the whole length on that. We'll just cut it to the size we need when we get it in place here. Now we're going to go ahead, drop this down in. Make sure it goes all the way to the back there. Push it in. Just like that. Just push it right on in. Alright. Now, we're going to take these bolts, put them back in our filter. Like that, and we're going to stab them through. Oh, you know what? Actually, we're not going to do it that way. We're going to line this up to here and figure out our lengths of fuel line. The black line goes on the big nipple, the yellow line goes on the little nipple. So figure out your lengths and stab your fuel lines on. You just put the black line with the filter on it onto the fat nipple, which is the bottom nipple there, and then pull it up to where this will line up to the holes, and then pull the yellow line up to it, cut it to length, and stab it on. You can see it's on there like that. If you want to take up the slack, just push the rest of it right down into the gas tank. Now we're going to go ahead and stab these bolts through this carburetor, just like this. Then we're going to put the gasket on, making sure that the little hole lines up with this little hole. And then I can stab this into the back here. And then frickin' tighten them down. Make sure your choke arm's working properly. And we're going to take and prime up this, make sure that there's fuel priming through, which it is. Put the gas cap back on. Obviously I put more gas in there. Put this metal plate up, and this goes in to hold it in place. Just like that. Alright, I need 2 hands to do this, sorry. Assembly and air filter, in there. And then the air filter cover back on. Obviously I hooked up that kill wire that was unplugged as well. I plugged that one in. So she's running perfect. There are no adjustments on this except for the idle. It's up there. Don't worry about that choke arm. You don't ever have to use it. You just use this original choke arm. If this original choke arm ever breaks off or anything, you do have a spare one right there. Alright guys, if this helped you out in any way, shape, or form, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. I'll put all the parts, the tool, everything in the description below. Today's t-shirt will be in the description below as well. If you want me to do any advertising for you, I'm always looking for a sponsor. Message me. Peace.